Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I would like to present about Alpha College of Technology Cooperative Education. Before I start my present, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rozahidi bin Rodin. So, on this topic, I would like to present about my part, which is develop project schedule. Okay, for the for the develop project schedule, the first activity is preparation, and the in charge for the activity is Asia. So for the first activity, it takes 3 days to complete the activity. So how to calculate develop project schedule is it take it start with 0 days and plus 3 days that finish the activity and will get the 3 days. So for the next activity, which is second activity, members briefing in just by Asia, it takes 1 day. So continue from the first activity, which is 3 days. 3 days plus 1 day will get 4 days. So if it calculate it plus until the 25 activity, which is payment terms, and total activity will get is 67 days. So the estimate of project to complete, which is 65 days minus 2 will get 60 days. So the second, then for the 24 activity, which is sample and productions pricing in just by Nur Asharina, 60 days continue from 25 days minus 4 will get 59 days. So if when it turns to backward, it will minus, but when it's turned to forward, it will become plus. So that's all for the develop project schedule. So moving on, the schedule table: earlier start, earlier finish, later start, later finish, and total slack. So this table consists of activity, responsibility, estimate duration, early start, early finish, later finish, and total slack. Okay, from the uh, develop project schedule, it become on this table, so it easy to understand from that. So we can find we can see that from 0 days that earlier start on the first activity as per in charge by Asia, it will become the third finish. So this is the schedule that is more easy to see from the develop project on 10.0. So how to get the total slack is later start minus earlier start. So total start, so earlier start, which is -2 minus 0 is get -2. So I already calculate all the letter start from the first activity until to activity 25, and it'll get -2 for the total slack So this like I said, it from the table that we talk on the 10.0 develop project schedule, and on the table is more easy to read the activity. So moving for the critical part through a project. So you can see on the blue lining, and but on the 4 activity and 5 activity, I choose activity 5 publicity in just by Zahidi. It takes 2 days. Why I choose this activity from the activity 4? Critical part is mean that the project will complete as soon as possible, as much it can settle down to finish it. Means that it must be find the find the way that can complete uh, that can finish early. So depends. So different on activity 4 and activity 5 is the days. So you can see that on activity 5 have 2 days, but on activity 4 has 3 days. So on critical part, it will choose for the 2 days. Same like the Asia on activity 9, it takes 2 days to complete and it will choose on the critical part through a project. And lastly, for the sponsor set budget sponsor activity 15, it takes 3 days better than approach sponsor, it takes 4 days. So critical part activity 1, preparation until to the payment terms, the 25 activity in just by Sharina, and it takes 2 days. So that's for the critical part through a project. Next, for the resource requirement plan. So on the resource requirement plan, I already calculate from the activity, which is how many days they will complete the task that have given by the team. So the period uh, 0 to 20 is mean that if from the activity. So if from it's from days. So 0 from 2 so it's so 0 from 0 to 20 is means that from days. So how many days it takes is 8 days. So this all for the cost requirement plan. Estimate activity cost. So for the estimate activity cost, total estimate activity cost is 30 30 30,000. So I already managed the activity. Activity will get the resource, which is a labor cost, material cost, transportation. So for the weekday, already told on the schedule develop project. So next, okay. So this is for the total or and for the estimate activity cost every activity from activity 1 to activity 5. So next for determine total budget cost. Okay. So like I said that from previous slide, it shows that first week we'll get 4,000 cumulative total budget, which is get 4,000. So it takes week 1 and week 2 to complete the create activity. So for the week 2 until week 4 to complete the project plan, week 4 to week 5 we complete find space. Week 5 to week 7 we'll manage money, and the lastly is week 7 to week 10 handles menu and inventory. So the total cost of the project is 30,000. So moving on the graph, it shows that cumulative budget will constantly increase, but on the week 9, it determine it will determine it the graph up a little bit to complete to achieve 30,000 on the week 10. So I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you.